Terima kasih banyak. First of all, for a very warm welcome to me and my delegation to your beautiful premises, Bank Indonesia, very reputable, respected partner, international purpose. My visit to Riau province is for two reasons. First of all, to promote economic trade investment cooperation between Riau province and the Uni Eropa. Get to know one another better, see what opportunities there are. And secondly, to learn about palm oil, about policies of government province for promoting sustainable palm oil. We're looking for dialogue with the Indonesian government, the Rangka, Bagian, other provinces, about promoting sustainability. We're looking to develop the business, exactly the same. And what are your issues? What can we do together? What does the national government need to do, etc. From you, how you see this topic of sustainability in your daily reality, and see what we can do together to try and solve whatever issue there might be.
The letter we received. This meeting we are going to discuss about the Riau economic outlook. So let me start with the Riau, the economic structure. The economic growth of Riau is already in the long run steady state. It's around 2 and 3% since the last 10 years. In terms of economic size, the Riau economy is the biggest in Sumatra. We are number 5 economy among provinces in Indonesia. In addition, we are number 2 oil producer province in Indonesia. The gap between economic growth with oil and without oil becoming narrower because there is oil management and operation shift from Chevron to Perdagangan this year. So based on the latest publication, the growth is recorded at 4.1, higher than national economic growth 3.5, supported by core government spending and private investment. We talk about export, that means the palm oil. Riau economic structure is dominated by 3 major sectors. First, manufacturing, share 32%. In paper, and Riau is the biggest palm oil producer in Indonesia. The second major sector in the Riau province, agriculture, is share 28%. And then the third sector, mining, is share 16%, dominated by petroleum mining. Riau is the second biggest oil producer in Indonesia. Those 3 major sectors altogether contribute about 75% of GDP Riau. It means if you want to see the future of Riau economy, just look at the future prospect of crude oil and palm oil as the main driver. So Riau economy is highly connected to both the global and domestic economy. Global value chain is highly linked with global value chain. The global economic recovery has accelerated the demand for Riau main commodities, which is crude palm oil or CPO to the highest number in terms of value in history. The strong prospect of our commodity also induced investment. To support the investment, the government also provides major infrastructure such as toll roads, ports, and industrial estates. All infrastructure are designed integrated with the main palm oil corridor across Riau. For Senayan, a half of industrial area in Senayan will be allocated for downstream industry or CPO. We move to the last part of Riau economic outlook. The IMF projects that the global economy will grow positively in 2021 and will continue to 2022. We forecast Riau economy for the next 2 years will grow between the rates 3 to 4, which means higher than historical rate 2 to 3 before, 2 to 3% before. In 2021, increase at low level of rates, then continue to grow to mid-level of rates in 2022 with a neutral probability upward and downward.
Thank you very much for that very good presentation. There's two questions I have. As far as I can see, you didn't say much about human resources, human capital for the our province, and I was quite interested in that. You have a very ambitious growth development objective. Do you have the human resources that it takes? So that's one.
Ambassador Vincent, regarding human capital, why the vision and our program, I have a direct answer for this. For local level, province, we don't have any specific data to support that approach. With human capital and one thing that maybe much more complicated technological progress. There's no data available. That's why we cannot use production function approach programs. So the only way that we can use to project the economy feature, we use the tradition instead. There's 6 or 7 or 8 to some set that we use. So basically we use tradition instead. Tradition means we have to see how is the gold price volume in the future, how is the oil price, how much we produce CPO, we produce oil, something like that.
So thank you very much for that. It's very grateful for all the information you provided. I have a feeling that there's a lot more things we could discuss. Thank you very much indeed for